What's going on, y'all? H-Dog here, going to be reacting to this video from this alpha male YouTuber, red pill YouTuber known as Anton. Apparently he made a video about gamers, not necessarily like the whole gamers are bad bit, how he may feel like gamers are wasting their time with video games. Let's react to it, and I'm going to break it down bit by bit.
AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. It is a beautiful,
That
phenomenal
was just loud.
day out here in South Florida, Miami specifically. Man, it's gorgeous out here. Y'all got to see this. Y'all got to see this.
It's a nice view. I'll give you that.
And make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. I dropped the updated video that breaks down exactly what it is that we're doing on New Year's Eve, and it's going to be absolutely awesome. So make sure y'all tap into that. I also have another follow-up video even after the interview that I dropped, and it's so much game in that interview. Sorry about the wind, but just bear with me right here. It's a little sunny. It's like 80 degrees today on a Wednesday in December, and so I'm not complaining whatsoever, but make sure y'all tap into that.
P.S. 80-degree weather in December is just insane.
Me and Rita was hanging out last night. We was having a good time. Life is absolutely awesome and great and all of that. And so I have no complaints whatsoever. I actually like the wind coming into the camera because it kind of showcases exactly what my real life is like as far as giving you the real inside look as to how it feels. 80, a little bit of a breeze and windy. It's 9 a.m. in the morning. What better
80 degrees at 9 a.m.?
You know what I'm saying? Like, I can do what I want. I can buy what I want. I can go where I want. I have an awesome, awesome wife that is loyal. I have a great business. I have awesome people that I can rock with in the Patreon. Shout out to all of my bag chasers. Good health, great daughter. All of this comes as a result, and I'm gonna be honest with you, you're not gonna like what I'm about to say right now, but I've never cared about what it is that you thought. I only care about the truth.
Well, here's the thing. If you sitting here saying that what is considered the truth, could be considered your truth, which is also converted to your opinion. Your opinion can't be stated as a fact, not necessarily the truth.
All of this comes as a result. Man, they building new buildings, working on stuff and all of that. All of this comes as a result. You're not gonna like this. So putting down the video game controllers. Yep, I was a gamer at one point in my life.
Okay, before I let him cook, okay, he did all that build up just to sit there and say, man, I got all this because I didn't pick up a video game controller. Bro, there's millionaires right now who got what you do, make about as much money as you do, and still play video games. There's countless celebrities, countless NFL athletes that got as much money as you or more, rappers that got about as much money as you or more, entertainers who got as much money as you or more that still sit down and play video games. So even just look at a guy like Ice-T, for example. He always goes to Twitter. I may even show some of it in the video, but he always brags about gaming. He always talks about, okay, this is like my gamer tweet of the day, you know, something like that. Him and his wife always enjoy playing video games together. You can accomplish goals and still play video games. I don't know where this is heading, but let's strap in.
And I still do like games. Occasionally I'll jump on every once in a while when my daughter wants me to, you know, jump into a session with her.
Okay, there's
I got
no
the
problem.
latest Xbox. I was an Xbox guy, and so usually whatever it is that you start off with is what you stick around with.
That's
all
true.
my gamers, you know what it is.
I'm happy you mentioned that because Team PlayStation since day one. But you want to know what's crazy? I never owned an Xbox as a kid. I only got PlayStations. I can remember every year on Christmas, parents asked me, what do you want for Christmas, son? Oh, can I get the 360? It's what all the kids at school playing. And the second I tell them how much the 360 would cost, you know what they say? You got 360 money?
And yeah, man, I was on Xbox Live and I always did my thing or whatever, and I still got it. I got the subscription just in case. You know what I'm saying? I want to keep it with my daughter.
Okay.
I even got
dope.
a system down there at my office for when my daughter comes down there and she wanna do her thing and she just wanna chill out when she's, you know, not working or not grinding or not working for her father. But you gonna have to put the PlayStation controller, the Xbox controller down if you really want to live life. Now, you know how it is, and there's always going to be the people that say stuff like, well, what difference do it make, you know? And they're going to exaggerate the numbers sometimes too. Sometimes it's accurate, but most times they exaggerate the numbers. I make $120,000 and I like to come home and play my PlayStation in order to wind down. Well, obviously, fuck boy, you know that this particular conversation isn't for you. If you're getting it and you're taking care of business, then this conversation isn't for you. But you can still take a little bit of what I say and implement it into your life. If the shoe fits, wear it. If it don't, then leave that shit where it is, right?
Yeah, that's true.
For a lot of people, and I coach a lot of people, and that's where the inspiration for all of my videos come from. It comes from real life situations in which I'm hearing these stories on a regular basis, and people are willing to put in, and you know, all of my gamers know, you don't just jump online and play for 30 minutes or an hour and cut it off. No, you get knee deep in that shit. One game can take 30 minutes.
I ain't gonna lie, like, he is absolutely correct. Like, depending on the game, you could be in there just immersed in the game. But I think, like, nowadays, how I am, I'd be taking long-winded breaks from gaming because I be doing this. I be out here grinding, putting out content. So much so, like, I probably now would probably go weeks at a time without picking up a controller. And it's because I'm putting the time and investing into this YouTube shit and less about the game. And it's not like that I'm, you know, wanting to wean out of gaming or anything. It's just when I go 3 or 4 weeks straight without playing a game, and then there's a day comes, let's say it could be something like the holiday, because typically it don't be nothing to talk about on the holidays anyway. I will just sit here and be like, damn, I guess I ain't got shit to do. Like, and sometimes you can't help it if you ain't got shit to do. It just is what it is. And you just, you know, just to pass the time, kill a couple hours or so, you may hop on the game. Oh, I got to pick up my kid from school, you know, and I got a couple hours to kill. Okay, you hop on COD or whatever. But I get what he's saying. Like, it's all about like a fair balance. And I think the type of people who he's talking about, I think he's about to talk about, are people who would be considered outliers, and guys who's typically in the red pill space or manosphere space. They always talk about how the outliers don't matter. But in this case, the type of people you're talking about or about to talk about, they don't really matter that much either. Like, if it's one person or 1% or less than 1% of dudes out here who just play the game all day and do nothing else but just eat, sleep, piss, and shit, then that's them. That's on them. You know what I'm saying? It all really comes from home, how you was raised. If you got parents that raised you into not trying to be something, or if they don't try to aspire you to do something with your life or get your own shit or work towards something, then that's on the parents and less the kid. I'm not saying that don't take away accountability from a person, but also kind of know that because how a parent raises a kid is how they end up turning out. If their parents never really raised them on, you know, saving money, building credit as a kid, or when they're like adolescent with their first job, or even something like when you're real young, you helping your grandparents around the house clean. Like that's what happened with me, because I'd be in my grandparents' house sometimes when my parents be at work, and what would they have me doing? Working. They would have me working, and I'd have my grandfather, grandmother always tell me like, yo, save your money for something you want. It may be a toy you want. It may be something you want to save up for. And that's how I was taught and raised.
One session can take 15 minutes. Don't sit here and tell me that you only be on there for an hour, 30 minutes. Listen, it's people, grown men, that are putting in more hours on a game that is not paying them. And please don't tell me y'all getting paid for playing games. No, that is the 0.0001% that actually makes it. And you
I mean, it depends on how much they make. Like granted, there are dudes who out there who literally have had channels built from the ground up because they got paid off of games with YouTube, with Twitch, whatever the case may be. And they may not be doing it now. Like if you look at the WL community or streamers, if you know they are, like Amp, you had one of the people who's like the top guys in that group, Kaizane. He recently won an award for Streamer of the Year. And the guy's like one of the top streamers on Twitch. He always has celebrities come in and out of his streams. He recently even had SZA, who's a well-known artist. I'm pretty sure you've heard of her. She watched a clip of his reaction to her album, shared it, put it on her story, and he seen it and flipped out, which, you know, like anybody would. If a celebrity you look up to watches your videos, you can be like, holy shit. You know, you're going to think you're big time. And I think he is big time. Now, granted, not everybody's going to be the richest person off YouTube off video games. I think most people don't give a shit about being a millionaire when it comes to making money off of games. All they care about is doing something that they love, that they're passionate about, that they care more about a 9-to-5. They care about more investing time into something they own than something that they don't own and will never own.
There's people that are putting more hours into playing the game than they are generating revenue or living life. And it's not even just about chasing money. Go outside, kick it with people, network, go out for breakfast. Stop working from home every single day. Go out and enjoy this beautiful fucking city. Look at all of that behind me. It's no reason why you should be broke when you are playing games at a clip that is more than what you're putting in hours at your job. That is insane to me. And maybe I'm just old school. Feel free to comment and leave a comment and let me know what y'all think about that. Maybe I'm just old school, but
I will say he is a bit old school and a bit old fashioned, because if he had said something like this, I don't know, what is it? It's 2022. If he had said this 10 years ago, he would have been absolutely right. He would have been absolutely right. And I'm going to tell you why. Because being a content creator or making money off of games back then was non-existent. It was probably in its infancy stages. It didn't really blow up in terms of like being a content creator or making money off video games until 2014, 2015. And by the time we got to 2020 and 2021 being locked in the house, that's when everybody wanted to be a content creator. Like there's always a new wave of people, you know, popping off of 2K content, like, you know, NBA 2K shit. So there's always a new generation every day, it seems, of somebody popping off of 2K content. And it's not a trend that's died down. It's only fanned the flames even more. And we're at a point now where people who are mad young, people like Kaizane, who's only 20, people like I Show Speed, who's 19, where they're making millions of dollars streaming video games or streaming videos, reacting to videos, doing whatever the fuck. And when young people see that, even though the chances realistically of anybody being as successful as them is slim to none, it still inspires somebody who's 16, 17 in high school or younger, that's in high school, that watches them, and it ends up inspiring them to pick up a microphone and a camera and record YouTube videos. They get inspired by that shit. And it's something that I didn't see growing up, or I know you didn't see growing up, because if it was something we saw while growing up, I guarantee you we would have did that shit. Because let's face it, bro. If there was a time when you was really a gamer and there was a way for you to make money off that shit at 17, 18, you would have cashed in on that shit. Like, just like the kids are wanting to do now. So, you know.
I'd rather be out here, walking the beach, having breakfast, going out to the gym. I've been in the gym heavy. Go to my Instagram profile. Look at that svelte figure. Anton is maintaining this girlish figure. I am going up. Yo, I'd rather be taking care of business, building something, getting some money, getting some pussy, living life.
I'd rather be getting some pussy, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with getting pussy, bro. I just wouldn't brag about it over the internet if I was you, because it makes you look kind of weird. Like, the older you get, that shit, like, it don't do nothing for you bragging, oh, I get pussy. Like, it does nothing. Like, it don't do anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, and let me say this, and there's a slim chance he'll ever see this video. If you ask women which type of guy they'd rather date, option one, a guy who plays video games all day, but the bills paid, house taken care of, all that, the whole 9 yards, right? Or a guy who makes about as much money as the said gamer, but he goes outside. He goes and takes trips all the time. I guarantee you she gonna choose the gamer over the guy that goes to Miami every weekend. She gonna choose him. She gonna choose the gamer over the guy that wants to be in the clubs all the time, that wants to be outside all the time. Ain't nothing wrong with going to the gym and working out. That's normal. But if you want to go outside all the time every weekend, then she gonna be worried about your ass. Okay? If you always out the house, she gonna be worried about you. She ain't gonna be worried about the guy sitting down playing a video game. You know why? Because he's inside. She knows what he's doing. Oh, where's my baby at? Where's my baby at? Oh yeah, that's right. He on Call of Duty. Yeah, he on that 2K. Yeah, I forgot. Silly me. But if you're outside of Miami and she's still at home, her mind's gonna be racing, want to know what the fuck you doing. If you gonna make it home alive. And that may sound an extreme way of thinking, but that's probably how women think when you step out that door. They don't really know if you're gonna ever come back home. It could just be because there's been people who would have a regular daily routine of going outside, working out, going to the gym, and sometimes they never come back home. Women have that way of thinking. They may not never tell you that or communicate that with you, but it's true.
For whatever, so on and so forth, than sitting around doing absolutely positively nothing. Even my daughter, like, she'll jump on the game for a little bit and then she'll be like, yo, Dad, can you drop me off at skating? Or, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to go and jump at the trampoline park, or I'm about to go link up with my friends. I'm about to go to a football game. I'm about to go hang out. Hey, Dad, let's go take a trip. Let's go fly somewhere. Let's go shopping or something like that. She get tired of that shit. She be like, yo, it's time to go out and do some stuff. This is lame. This is boring. Or she'll link up with her friends online just to kick it because it was a snow day or something like that. And then my daughter be like, yo, I'm about to go to the Lakers game, Dad. And she don't even go with my ticket. Or she'll be like, yo, Dad, can we get your ticket so me and my friend can go to...
I mean, I can understand what he's saying because I'm kind of the same way. Like, I'm wired to the point, it's like, I wouldn't mind being in the house 2 days straight. But if I'm in the house 5 days straight, 7 days straight, I'm going to lose my mind. I'd have to go outside. Like, it may be my OCD. I don't know what it is, but I feel like I'd have to go outside and get a breath of fresh air doing something. I could just go outside, smell grass or touch grass, and okay, that's my outside. Or I can go outside, go walk downtown, which, by the way, like, walking downtown is always lovely this time of year. Like, just doing something to clear your mind is pretty, lethargic and relaxing. Like, hell, I even count going to work as going outside because, like, I'm not in the house 24/7, or else I'll feel like a caged up rat. Like, it will bother me if I have to be inside 24 hours a day.
The Laker game, that's what I bought it for. I bought it for people to be able to have fun, for the people around me to be able to have a good time. God damn it. Y'all are zombies. You literally are controlled by a group of people that are programming you, but not only programming you, making money off of programming you. You're paying them to program you with a series of ones and zeros that's programmed into a specific console that allows for you to become a zombie. Come on, man. And this,
I don't think the only way a console can allow somebody to become a zombie is if, let's say, somebody who had a addiction to cocaine or addiction to heroin or whatever, or even alcohol, and they pick up a controller, they can become addicted because they can look at it as a way of replacing a old addiction with a new addiction. And again, the type of people you're describing are somebody who's outliers, something that is kind of contradictory to the red pill people who always say, oh, outliers don't matter. So if outliers don't matter, then I don't think it's worth mentioning. Now, maybe Anton is ill-informed and slightly out of touch, but it's okay. It's okay. The only type of people who become a zombie are ones who had parents growing up as a little kid that never told them to get off the game. Because let's be real. Let's be real. You know how many times we be a little kid and your mom or dad say, hey, it's 10 o'clock, time for bedtime, take a shower, go to sleep. You got school in the morning. And if you disobey them, that console coming out your room till you learn a lesson. And the parents that don't really discipline their kids are probably slim pickings as well. Because majority of parents will discipline their kids.
this is more than just video games, right? This can be extended to everything. Get off of social media. If you cannot balance between living real life and social media, go out. If your ratio of talking to women is not equal to how many DMs that you send in, then you messing up. Let me say that one more time for y'all in the back. If your ratio for talking to women is not equal to the amount of DMs that you send in, then you need to make some adjustments, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, these 3 days that I haven't been live streaming on a Millionaire Morning Show, I've been missing y'all a lot. I have really, really been missing y'all. But at the same time, I'm still putting out
That's understandable.
To make sure that I keep y'all updated on what's going on in my life and my thoughts. And nothing is more bothersome to me this morning than the coaching sessions that I had last night and this morning, in which 2 out of the 3 guys that I talked to, their biggest problem is that they don't make enough money, but yet they spend all their time, almost 30 years old, playing fucking video games.
I mean, you said 2 out of the 3 guys, which, again, if you were to translate that to the world population, they would be outliers, bruh. They would be outliers. And besides, I just realized this. I mean, granted, you ain't dropped no names or nothing. You're putting your Patreons who you're coaching business out here on the internet for content. 2 games. Them are literally like 2 people. The crazy thing is, them are only 2 people out of everybody in America. Like, you mean to tell me that because 2 people don't know how to be a responsible adult, that translates to everybody else? Just because that happens to the small minority of men, it does not really translate to that is a mass problem that exists in America. The people you coach that do not know how to be a responsible adult, respectfully, that's their problem.
Get the fuck off the console and go and get you some money. Go and get you a life. Go and get you some pussy. Go and get you something that's going to actually generate some revenue.
And side note, you bring up the pussy again. There's dudes out here that get their dick sucked while playing the game. What we talking about? I mean, that's great multitasking and A1 multitasking. But what we talking about?
Help you to live a fuller life. But don't sit here and tell me, oh man, you know, I want greatness or I want all of this. Have you then put 10 hours on a video game, sleep 4, and then work 8? That's crazy, bro. Listen, I love you. I appreciate you. Uncle Anton only gives you this information because I love you.
I think there'd be 2 last points I'd want to make with this. Not everybody can be a millionaire. Not everybody can be an entrepreneur. You know that. I know that. Everybody needs to be realistic. And as an entrepreneur, most businesses fail. And I can admit this. I felt like my YouTube channel was a failure in the beginning, but I feel like I'm turning it around now. It's all about digging your heels in, and which most people are not going to do when it comes to being an entrepreneur, whether it's YouTube, a store business, a fucking Boys and Girls Club. If they're not willing to dig their heels in, is what it is. But not everybody can be a millionaire. Not everybody can even make six figures and don't care about making six figures. If everybody in America was making six figures or being a millionaire, then how is this country going to function? Because you need people to be lifeguards. You need people to be cops. You need people to be politicians to pass laws. Electrician. You need people to be trash men to come pick up the trash. Because without them, you're going to have a stinky pile of trash outside. And let me tell you something. In the summertime, you don't want to have a pile of trash because it's going to attract some hornets. The point is, there are some key jobs in this nation that would not function. We wouldn't be able to function as a society without the cable man, electrician, plumber, cell phone carriers, the people who make microphones and cameras that I record and you record. Where would you be if the person who invented your camera didn't make your camera? We need these people, man. We need people to run these infrastructures that America's built just so we can survive. And the same goes for if you work at fast food. You need people back there cooking the food in order to get you a meal. You need people to be working at retail stores just so they can ring up your groceries and you can get out. Just so you can put clothes on your back. Just so you can buy food to feed your family. We need people at these key areas. I'm not saying nobody should be an entrepreneur at all. I'm saying some people should try being an entrepreneur, but most people who try to be an entrepreneur are going to grab that parachute the second they see red. But y'all let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Do you agree with Anton or disagree? Let me know what your thoughts and opinions is. Until next time, it's been H-Dog here, and I'm out. Peace.